Did you see that in the village of Ilion, they're trying to save the stairway? And if you're familiar with the valley, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. It's that giant stairway going from Otsego Street up over on top to it's up where Remington Arms is located on the hill. They're trying to raise money. More money has been given. What happens a lot of times in our society, it's like we say, well, tear it down. We don't need that. That would be awful because otherwise you got to walk all the way around to get up there. It's something that I've remembered since I was a kid, and I'll bring Joe in on this. Joe, I'm sure you can attest to the same thing. Fixing this stairway is the way to go, don't you think?
Absolutely. I mean, Bill, you remember the stunt we did years ago where we put me in a cardboard box full of peanuts?
I do remember that.
Those packaging peanuts and rolled me down the stairs.
We rolled them down the stairs, yes, which is, I think, what really damaged the stairway, Joe.
I
agree.
Sense, but, Bill, that stairway goes all the way up towards High Street in Ilion, which, if you remember when the Arms was at its peak and there were thousands of employees, they would funnel down the stairway, but people use it all the time. It's a great workout facility, too. I mean, it's a natural place to go for free and do stairs.
I'd say that has to be, if you're going up that stairway, that's got to be what, 5 stories, 6 stories of stairs, 4 or 5 at least. I would think.
You got to save the stairs, Bill. There's 2 causes now. See, I was going to call you with a different cause, but this is one we got to do. We got to raise money to save the stairs.
All right, I like it. I'm there. We're going to try to get them in on and talk about it. What's the other cause?
Well, Bill, I want to light the sign again.
The sign's lit.
What sign?
No, not that sign. That one's old news. The new sign, the Revere Copper sign. We got to get Paul Revere riding again.
I agree with that. You know what I'll say? As long as we're going in Rome,
the oldest manufacturer in the United States of America.
The other thing that needs to be done is we need to redo the marquee at the Capitol Theater. That's another thing that should be done in Rome. Because that is deserving of a beautiful marquee. I was down in Hamilton over the weekend. Their theater has a great marquee there. And, of course, the Stanley and a lot of these others. But, during urban renewal, we ripped everything down. And that's why I think it's great to be saving that stairway. But those are 2, Revere sign and the Capitol Theater marquee would be great
Bill,
projects in Rome.
Not just put up a new sign. I mean, restore and relight the original traditional sign. And let Paul Revere ride that horse again.
Okay. I'll let you be and that'd be a great thing if they could announce that's going to be happening on, Honor America Days. That'd be a great time to do it. You ought to reach out to Mayor Izzo out there and I'm gonna. We're
gonna start a huge campaign.
Couldn't we get Rush Limbaugh to help with that? He's got his children's book series, Rush Revere. I mean, maybe. Who knows?
And then Joe, on the issue, what do you want to add to the Irish Fest?
Well, I think we should add an old-fashioned stone throw, like where the original shot put competition came into play. We could do the big stone throw. We'd all wear kilts. We'd get out there like the big guy from Braveheart and throw our rocks.
Does that come from an Irish? Is that an old Irish?
Protestant Irish. It was an old thing. That's where the shot put started.
Well, what if instead of rocks you took like a Saranac beer ball? Like they brought back the beer ball.
The beer ball, yeah. The mats.
I would probably chug it before I threw it, but I could see your point there.
Joe, you were a shot putter in high school. I remember that.
I was. I actually missed the school record by a half inch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Joe was the first one to ever do shot put at Mohawk, but and no one had ever done it before except for this. Anyway, no, Joe was very good and very competitive, as you might imagine. He's a big guy, So
right. Well, you remember Steve Tooney from the Telegram? He took a picture of me. And he called it the power portrait, and I was like in mid throw, and it said Joe Leonard is the archetypical shot put and discus man with a body designed for moving objects, not sprinting down an all weather track.
He was quite accurate, and if you remember the Valley, Steve Tooney used to work at the Evening Telegram as a photographer. And every sporting event he'd come in, it just went around. Everybody, Steve Tooney's here. Steve Tooney is here. And
he was the big guy back then. He was like the iconic media guy, you know?
No doubt about it. All right, Joe, interesting. And by the way, so the shot put, the throwing of the rocks, that all started from Irish and Scottish heritage, and maybe adding that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I think so. That would be cool.
All right, Joe. Thanks.